Okay, how's it going? We are going up to the newsagents. It's WH Smith, it's called. There's a Beatles collection. I want to say magazine, but it's not a magazine. It's one of those ones though, you know, where every week you get a different part to build your T-Rex model or whatever it is. There's one of those, and they're doing Beatles albums. I've been kind of staying away from them. I got my Sgt. Pepper's from this collection, but I kind of want like earlier ones, original ones, if you see what I mean. But this week it's Magical Mystery Tour, or this, I think it's 2 a month. But anyway, this time it's Magical Mystery Tour, and that was originally released in the UK as a double EP, which would be real nice, but I'm not willing to, you know, get that, if you see what I mean, spend money on that. So we're just going to go ahead and buy it. I was in another shop that had them last night, and they were both dented. I've actually already been up to this shop this morning, and it was closed. Wasn't open yet. That's how eager I am to pick this record up. There's nobody here. It's dead. There's no one here. Yeah, so I've already been up and looked in the window at the records, and they're both dented in here as well. So I'm just going to see what one is least dented. Hopefully I can get one that isn't damaged, but it looks like it's a production thing. They've all been bashed, so bit of a shame, but yeah, we're almost here now, so we'll just go and get it, I guess. Okay, we got it. Here it is, right here. So very happy. Also, this one is not too badly damaged. I'll try and... You can see, right, you can actually see there's a slight impression there. They were all damaged. Maybe I'm being a little picky, but I don't want to pay full price for something that's got a dent in it. According to the salesman, it doesn't damage the product. Arguably, this is the product, so I don't know what he was talking about. But listen, but hey, he's he works in a news agency. He doesn't need his balls busted over a record. You know, this is... Record selling wasn't something he paid into when he got the job, you know what I mean? That's just something that's happened to him because of this. But anyway, it's damaged. It was damaged, you know. There's no two ways around it. But yeah, so I've got it. So we're going to go home and listen to it. It's going to be amazing. I've also got 3 packs of butter and some Demerara sugar, but that's for something completely different. Okay, Jane and I are doing outside catering this evening for 50 people in this bizarre looking building. We'll go inside and have a look. That's a really big one of them. Alright, so we've got our food set up here. There's hardly any room for anything, so we've had to lay stuff out at the back. Would have been better if we could have had, there's like twice of everything here. Would have been better if we could have it all spread out, but unfortunately not. But yeah, check this place out. Pretty sure it's a church, like, I mean obviously. There's Jane. So yeah, anyway, what are these? What is this, Jane? Mediterranean
veg.
Quiche. Various meats. Salmon pasta? Salmon and pesto, there's a bit of salmon. Sweet. Let's just hope there's enough for everybody. Okay, so I'm walking around here, and I've just come across this Kaspar Hauser room, and the name rang a bell. It's in here, but there's a photo of him. This is Kaspar Hauser here. Check me out, I'm wearing a shirt. Yeah, if you guys don't know who that is, I'm trying to remember the story, but he like appeared in a street in Germany in like the early 1900s or the late 1800s, and he was about 16 or 17. He just appeared in the street with a letter addressed to the chief of police or something like that. He'd basically grown up in isolation. He didn't know who he was or where he was. he'd been brought up in isolation and then he was just let go onto the street. And yeah, that's Caspar Hauser. You'd have to read the wiki entry, I'm not doing it justice, but check him out. Check out his wiki. It's just really bizarre to find this here. Okay, I don't know if you can hear this already. You probably can, but it is just after 9 o'clock Sunday morning, and this is going on until 4 this afternoon. So bastards. Hey guys, how's it going? So we survived the catering ordeal thing. We didn't get away till like almost 11 o'clock, but it was fine. You could see in that, I look really blown out for some reason, the light's weird. Yeah, you could see that there was just no room for activities there. Like in that little station that we had, that was what we were given. We didn't set that up or anything, but the architecturally beautiful building that we were in had no plugs whatsoever. The stage for the band, there was one plug socket of one plug. It didn't even have like a double. So they were struggling too, but we had to, that was like right at the door where we were, where you come into the hall. And we had to have like one of those little crappy folding tables with our like induction cooker on it and this huge pot. So it was like right at the door when folk were walking in. Yeah, so that was just to get that thing heated because there was no kitchen there. They had 2 toilets, male and female toilet, and that was it. There was no kitchen, no sink, nothing. So yeah, that was a nightmare. So yeah, we had like desserts and stuff, and they were all just strewn on a bench at the back, just waiting. So it worked out anyway. It worked out. Everyone was happy, so that was fine. Anyway, I don't know what the point was to that. I was going to tell you that for a reason. Doesn't matter. Anyway, finally got After Death number 3. Was really happy to get this. I'm kind of slowly making my way through it. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, so I'm glad it's here. This one I've noticed more than others is really suffers, the cover really suffers after you close it. Like it stays open like this and then, but it does go down again on its own accord. So there's that. This I also got this week. The Secret History of Twin Peaks by Mark Frost. So he's the other guy on Twin Peaks, not David Lynch, and he's wrote this amazing book about it. It's got this horrible little half dust cover that I hate because it's just going to get destroyed. But it's just so Twin Peaks that it's not even funny. Look at the inside even. It's just beautiful. So it goes back to like the time of Jefferson. These are all William Clark, Meriwether Lewis. So yeah, these are like journal excerpts from what they called an explorer, exploring America, and he's been talking to Indian tribes who've told him about the place at the top of the mountain in between the two mountains, the valley, sorry, in between the two mountains, and how dodgy stuff goes on there. So it's obviously like, yeah, the beginnings of the city, the town, sorry, before it was even, you know, the show. But it goes right up, oh, this I've just seen there, there's Big Ed's gas farm, so it obviously goes right up to the current events from the last series, and then up to the new series, which is starting now. So I'm gonna read this. I've watched through the first series of the show again. Series 3 starts on the 22nd of this month, but I'm not gonna watch season 2. I'm gonna read this, and I think this is gonna do me right up to the start of the new show. We'll see Cooper coming out of the Black Lodge and find out finally what's going on. But I would really recommend this. I would actually recommend this even if you don't know anything about Twin Peaks, because it's like a really cool book. I don't know if you saw when I opened it that first time. There's all like little notes in the margin and stuff. I'm not going to find it now. Yeah, there. notes in the margin and stuff, and it kind of reminds me of a couple of books here that I went and looked at to show you straight away. It reminded me of House of Leaves. What's his name? Danilewski? God knows. But this is a fantastic book. In the same vein of that Twin Peaks, it's like a horror kind of mystery that's just full, like, you know, you get some pages that are just vague text, and then others that are just so dense. I'll try and see if I can find one. It's got all these different kind of pieces going on. I'm not going to be able to find one, am I? But this book is absolutely mental. If you've ever heard of the band Johnny Truant, they are named after the main character in this book. Or one of the characters, anyway. I obviously can't find anything that I want right now. But this book is just amazing. Anyway. It's kind of like appendixes, and it gets you flipping back and forth through pages to go to various points before you even get to... you know what I mean, before you can go back and read the original text. I might be making it seem like it's kind of gimmicky, but it's not. It all makes sense. It all makes sense to the story. That just says top upside down on it on that page. Yeah, it all makes sense to the story. It's not gimmicky as I'm making it sound. The next one is this. This is called The Raw Shark Texts by Stephen Hall. If you have never heard of this, go and buy this immediately. This book was just incredible, absolutely amazing. Oh, I don't think I could work this out if it was. I think that's signed by him, but I'm not sure, because there was something else weird about this. Oh yeah, it's got like a printed though post-it note stuck on it from Mark Haddon, the bastard love child of The Matrix, Jaws, and The Da Vinci Code. I couldn't have really put it much better than that. Yeah, but this is amazing. What's the guy's name? Is it Sanderson? Eric Sanderson. He wakes up in bed one morning and can't remember who he is, what his name is or anything, and he sees a letter which he opens, and it's addressed to him, from him, telling him that he needs to phone a doctor. So that's basically how it starts. He gets chased by a metaphorical shark throughout the entire book. It's made up of text and numbers and stuff. It's nuts. You need to check this book out. Right, that's everything I've got for you just now, so we'll go and see what else is going on. Hey, so I started Pokemon Gold not long after filming that, and I've not stopped, so there's nothing else this week. I'm away to go get some beer to put them in the fridge to try and take the edge off of this snare drumming that's coming through the front door right now. It's roasting hot out there now. Should really be outside, but it affects the screen of the Game Boy, so I can't. Anyway guys, we'll see you for the next one, and take care guys.